Thanks for staying with us here at STL Live. I'm Steve Potter, and my guest is author Marlena Gardner, and we're talking about her book, Never Forsaken. And just to kind of recap, when you were pregnant with your fifth child, you found out not only did your child could be born with a physical handicap, but you also had an enlarged heart. Mm-hmm. Did they tell you what to expect with your health or his, or was it all just not sure?
Well, they did. They were expecting that I would have a heart attack during childbirth. They had a medical team prepared with a special medication for pain and to offset the heart attack, I guess, so to speak. I'm not a doctor, of course, though, but I do know that they had a team prepared so that if anything went wrong, they could try and save my life. And so with them telling me that, it really had my anxiety like way up. Because, they were saying, oh, you could have a heart attack, or, things could go really bad. There's risk. You could die, this, that, and so I had to make a conscious decision to, trust God. I was like, oh boy, this was way beyond me.
You talk a lot about your faith in the book. Were you that religious before this event, or is this what did it for you?
Well, I was born again before I was pregnant with my last child. That situation just strengthened my faith. It made me stronger in my faith. It made me believe more because it brought me closer, because I was praying more. Mm-hmm. I was talking to God more. I was believing harder because I had something to accomplish, which was staying alive.
And staying sane.
And staying sane at the same time.
Right. Well, your book is Never Forsaken, and chapter 1 is called Fear or Faith.
Yeah.
So from what you've just said, that's sort of where you were then, right? Faith was either going to help you or you're going to be scared to death.
I was either going to be scared out of my mind all the time and completely probably not do well in the delivery room, or have faith and go in there and knock out that whole delivery process.
Now, you wrote some poetry that's in your book.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Well, I always wrote poetry as a teenager. I actually entered into poetry contests. I actually won a poetry contest and had one of my poems published when I was a teenager. And so I kind of tapped back into those roots. I was going through a lot, and I find that poetry is very therapeutic. It helps you just say it, basically.
Do you want to share something with us?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say before you read it? What it's related to? Or?
Okay. This is actually for mothers who are afraid, they're getting ready to give birth to a child that's going to be disabled. There's all these questions. There's all these fears, and people around you sometimes don't get it or don't understand. Mm-hmm. So this was just for them, to encourage them to, You're going to be okay. So it's called Your Wonderful Child. And it says, that baby is special, don't you dare look away. That baby is special, he'll grow up and have lots to say. The world rejects what they do not understand. These children are gifted, orchestrating their own marching bands. They feel, they love, and have the greatest imaginations. They beat the odds and are spread abroad across the nations. They can achieve great success, so mama, dear mama, don't you dare stress. God ain't turned his back on you. You ain't done nothing wrong. He's preparing a chorus for you, a beautiful song, and you will sing and sing your heart out. Child, you're going to be triumphant and have plenty to shout about. That child is going to make you proud, because God's love is loud, and the world shall open its ears and listen to them. Your precious baby has a light that will never go dim.
One of the chapters in your books is called Warrior Son, or Your Warrior Son. So I was thinking of that when you were reading that.
Yeah, and I named my little boy my Warrior Son, because at 10 months of age, now after the heart scare with me and after learning he was going to be disabled, he makes it to 10 months old and they're going, he either has heart surgery or dies. Oh. I was rushing my son to the hospital in the middle of the night because his lips would go blue. He couldn't breathe. His heart was failing him. And so they said either, the heart surgery or death for your child. And so I had to make that decision. I had to get the heart surgery. And so at that time, it really, really drove me in my faith in Jesus to, whew, he said he would never leave me nor forsake me. So I really have to believe this. And I did that. And my son is 7 years old today.
Good. How is he?
And he's doing fine. He literally is the boss of our house. And I tell everybody that when they ask about my son, well, how is he today? I just go, oh, he's bossing us all around.
Well, that probably never changed. But I like how you turned it around and tried to, I guess you're trying to make other people feel better.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going through the things that you're going through, that there is hope, right?
Yeah, there's hope. Just keep believing, have faith, don't give up, you'll be fine.
Well, thank you for sharing that message with us today. I want to remind our viewers that you're going to have a book signing event for Never Forsaken, which is a memoir of faith conquering fear. And that's going to be sometime in October, right?
Yes.
Of this year at Barnes Noble Booksellers at 6510 North Illinois Street in Fairview Heights, Illinois. If you'd like more information, you can contact Marlena Gardner, my guest now, at 314-230-2931 or email m-gardner768@gmail.com. Thanks again so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Great
I'm
story.
glad to be here.
And stay with us. We'll have more STL Live right after this.